Okay, so for example 4, it says the eighth term of an arithmetic sequence is 85, so a sub 8 equals 85, and the 14th term is 157. So a sub 14 is going to be 157. What we have to find is the fifth term. Okay, now there's actually several different ways that you can do this. I'm going to give you a step-by-step approach, which the book is also going to show you as well. But I'm interested to see if you guys can figure out some other ways too. So for step 1, what you can do is you can figure out the common difference. To do that, you can use your equation, a sub n equals a sub 1 plus n minus 1 times the common difference d. And then I just want you to make a little note because your a sub 1 is going to be replaceable. You actually don't even have to use a sub 1. You can use the term of your choice. So a sub 1 is replaceable with any a sub n term. Okay, so what you could do is you could set up an equation with the two that you're given. So instead of a sub n, I could say a sub 14 would equal a sub 8 plus, and then this is where it's going to change. So if this is a sub n, I'm going to replace n with 14. And I want you guys to look at what the difference is going to be here. Okay, so if you replace a sub 1, okay, with a sub 8, look and see what happens. See how with a sub 1, your number here is 1? When I change it to a sub 8, what did my number change to? 8. So whatever your n term is, those are going to be the same.
Should we plug in the actual numbers?
I can't hear you.
Should we plug in the actual numbers?
Yeah, we are. Yep. Okay, so now what we're going to do is we're going to plug in a sub 14, which we know is 157. And then a sub 8 is going to be 85. And then 14 minus 8 is 6. And then I could just solve this for d. So this would give me the common difference. Okay, so 157 minus 85 will be 72. What's 72 divided by 6? 12. Okay, so the common difference is going to be 12. Okay, and then for step 2, it says find a sub 1 using the formula, then write the rule for the sequence. You actually don't even need to do that. This is what the book shows you, so I'm going to show you how to do it, and then I'll show you how you can bypass this step. So if you wanted to find a sub 1, you could use the formula a sub n equals a sub 1 plus n minus 1 times 12, because 12 is now our common difference. And then you could choose. If I already have a sub 8, and so I'm going to plug that in for n. Now, I don't have to use a sub 8. What else could I use? Yeah, a sub 14. I just always pick the one that's smaller. Okay, and then this would be 7 times 12, which will be 84. So then my a sub 1 term is what?
1.
Yeah. Okay, so once you have a sub 1, that means you can find a sub 5 by using the formula a sub 5 equals a sub 1 plus 5 minus 1 times 12. So a sub 5 equals 1, which is a sub 1, 4 times 12. 4 times 12 is what? Plus 1 will be 49.
I have a question.
Yeah, go ahead. to show you a couple of different ways to do it.
Okay, this is really hassle. For the first step,
Yeah.
how did you know where the 14 and where the 8 are?
That because of their order. So see how like in this one I have a sub n
Yeah.
and then I have a sub 14. So because n is here and n is here, 14 will be here, 14 will be here. And then because I plug this into the position where a sub 1 is, that's why 1 is here, 1 is here. So
you could have flip-flopped it.
yeah,
Okay.
exactly.
Gotcha.
Okay.
Thank you.
Okay, now like I said, there's a couple of other ways to do this. Can you guys think about how we could skip step 2 and just go from step 1 to step 3 to find a sub 5?
Could you do 12 times 7 and then do 85 minus 1?
Yeah, but that'll be the third way. So a sub 5, remember how I told you this is replaceable? So do I have to use a sub 1 here? No, so then, Brigham, what would be another thing I could use instead of a sub 1? Yeah, or, yeah, so if I wanted to use a sub 8, right, then this would just be a sub 8 plus, and then, Megan, help me with this next part. Okay, so see how if I'm using a sub 8 here,
Yeah.
then do you know what this part will be, Megan?
N minus 8.
Okay, yep, and then what is our n in this case?
5.
Yep. Okay, times your d, which is going to be 12. So it's okay that this is negative. 5 minus 8 is going to be negative 3. So a sub 8 is 85 plus, yeah, negative 36. And what's 85 minus 36? 49.
And why do you have to do step 2?
That you don't. So just the book is showing you to find a sub 1, so I wanted you to show you how you could do it that way too. Right? Also, if it said you have to find the first term, then it's good to know how to find it. But then yeah, I think some of you guys came up with a different way, and Megan, I think that's what you were gonna say, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so tell me how you're thinking about it.
I said you could just do 7 times 12 because 12 is the difference, and the difference between 8 and 1 is 7, and then you could do 85 minus 7 times 12. Isn't that?
I was thinking that you guys would find the difference between a sub 8 and a sub 14.
Nope, so I did.
Okay, yeah, so Reagan, you want to tell me how you did it?
I did 157 minus 85 divided by, what is it? It's like 14.
Yeah, 14 minus 8, right? Okay, so if you know that a sub 14 is 157, and you know that a sub 8 is 85, what you could do is find the difference between them and then divide by how many spaces there are. So when you did that, what did you get?
12.
Okay, 12. So you could also use this to find your common difference. Okay, so that's another way that you could think of step 1. Because really, for step 1, isn't that what I'm doing? Look, I'm subtracting 157 minus 85. I'm dividing by 6. Okay, so it's the same exact thing. Okay, good job. Okay, so should I write a little note for step 2 then? Do not have to find a sub 1. You could go to step 3 and plug in what?
5.
Yeah, you could plug in either a sub 8 or a sub 14. Okay, so I just wrote that as a little note for you. Okay, so let's look at the next one. So which term of the sequence is 8.5?
Oh, dang it.
Okay, so again, I wrote out the steps for you. So step 1, you can find the common difference. So remember, to find the common difference, you can do A2 minus A1. Did Bobby already do this part? Okay, so your A sub 2, again, remember when they give you the equation, the 23.5, Michaela, what part of our of my sequence is 23.5.
What's your first term?
Yeah, that's my first term. That's my a sub 1, right? This is my a sub 2, so on and so forth. So to find the difference, I can just do 22 minus 23.5, which is going to be what? Yeah, negative 1.5, negative 1.5. Okay, then for step 2, it says use the formula. So we're going to use our formula, a sub n equals a sub 1 plus n minus 1 times d. Okay, and we're going to solve for n. Okay, so when it says which term of the sequence, what variable is represented by the term? N. So what are we trying to find for this? N. Okay, so we have to find n.
Oh, so would you plug 8.5 in for a sub n?
I'm sorry, say it again.
Would you plug 8.5 in for a sub n?
Yes, exactly. Okay, so 8.5 is going to be equal to your a sub n. Okay, so I'm going to write out the equation first and then plug it in underneath just so it's very clear what you're plugging in where, even though I know a lot of you are feeling very confident. Okay, so a sub n equals a sub 1 plus n minus 1 times d. Okay, so my a sub n is 8.5. My a sub 1 is 23.5. So what am I plugging in for n?
Nothing.
Trick question, right? Why am I not plugging anything in for n?
Because you're solving.
Yeah, you're solving for n. Okay, so then we're going to solve this equation for n.
So distribute
Yeah, and what are you distributing?
23.5.
No?
Alright. 1.3, what about that?
Well, because, so Megan, see you have the plus sign here?
Oh, sorry, yeah.
So it's really this that's being multiplied. So you're going to distribute the negative 1.5 to n. And this one, you have a negative times a negative, so that will be positive. Okay, let's do this part without a calculator. When you guys are adding, if you have 0.5, right, 23.5 plus 0.5 is 24, yep, plus 1 will be 25. Okay, so then I'm going to subtract 25. So an easy way to do this without your calculator is, what's 25 minus 9? 16. So this will be 16.5. And then in this case it'll be negative because the 25 is bigger. Okay, so then your n value. Did you guys already find your n value? 11. Okay, so if n is 11, it says which term of the sequence is 8.5. So 8.5 is the 11th term.
We have to write that or can we just write equals 11?
For 11 terms, fine. Yeah. Okay, and then, yes.
I didn't distribute the 1.5, is that okay?
How dare you? So if you didn't distribute the negative 1.5, what happened to it? Oh, did you just divide after you subtracted? Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, so if you didn't want to distribute the negative 1.5 here, you could just subtract first and then divide by negative 1.5, then add over 1.5.